Honorable Okosia Frema Oseo Pare has been designated to act as co-chairperson in the absence of the President. Furthermore, the President has appointed former Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Professor Aaron Michael Quaye, to the Advisory Council, with the current Speaker, Right Honorable Alban Kensford Bagbin, as chairperson. The President-elect also announced the members of his side of the transition team earlier today, ensuring balanced representation as the team worked together to maintain government stability. President Akufo-Addo reaffirmed his commitment to a smooth transition process, emphasizing its importance in strengthening Ghana's democratic credentials. The transition team is tasked with facilitating an efficient handover to preserve continuity and foster national unity. Away from that, John Dramani Mahama, the President-elect of Ghana, has appointed a team of experienced individuals to facilitate the transition process in accordance with the Presidential Transition Act 2012, Act 845. The 2024 transition team will work in close collaboration with representatives of the outgoing government to ensure a smooth and orderly handover of political power. The appointed members bring expertise from various sectors, including finance, governance, and public administration. The team will be led by co-chairperson Honorable Julius Deborah and include the following key members: Honorable Johnson Esiedun Ketia, Honorable Fifi Fiavi Kwete, Dr. Callistus Mahama, Member and Secretary, Dr. Valerie Sawyer, Professor Kwamina Ahoy, Honorable Dr. Kazel Otto-Forson, Honorable Mahama Ayariga, Honorable Guzitano, Edward Omane Buama. Additionally, the President-elect has nominated Right Honorable Edward Do Ajaho, a member of the Transitional Advisory Council. Let's still do some more news. And the President-elect John Dramani Mahama has pleaded with President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to take action against the violence being perpetrated by some irate youth in parts of the country. In the view of Mr. Mahama, President Akufo-Addo is still in charge of the countries until January 7, 2025. Hence, he must exercise his authority. A further directed person purported to be supporters of the National Democratic Congress NDC to stop engaging in acts of violence against state institutions. They are reported individuals of attack on state institutions like Ghana Gas, Ghana Port and Harbours Authority, and National Disaster Management Organizations. Well, let's do some more stories here. Once again, you're watching ABC Headline. Once again, we're streaming live on YouTube. Let's get interactive as well. The New Patriotic Party NPP Steering Committee has expressed deep dissatisfaction with the Ghana Police Service over what they describe as a lackadaisical response to incident of lawlessness and violence following the 2024 general elections. In a press statement after an emergency meeting on Tuesday, December 10, the committee noted with concern the escalating act of vandalism, intimidation and destruction of property allegedly perpetrated by supporters of the National Democratic Congress NDC. The NPP alleged that their parliamentary candidate and some electoral commission officials were held at gunpoint at several collision centers, including in Fantiakwa North, in Sowom Adwedri, Techiman South, and Onhoin constituencies. Now, these individuals, the party claim, were coerced into declaring results in favor of the NDC and the duress. The NPP further accused NDC supporters of looting, burning and destroying both public properties and assets belonging to its parliamentary candidate, quoting, "This is unacceptable, this is lawlessness," the statement also declared. Away from that, the Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference has strongly condemned the wave of violence and unrest that has marred the aftermath of the 2024 general election. In a statement signed by Most Reverend Matthew Kwesi Gyamfi, president of the conference, the bishop described the chaos that has disrupted peace, resulted in the loss of life and widened division among citizens, saying, and I quote, "We condemn in the strongest term an act of violence, rioting and looting that have disrupted peace and stability in part of our beloved country," unquote. The bishop stated also, saying, "Such actions are unacceptable and go against the core value of peace, unity and respect for life that we as a nation hold dear." The bishop urged political party leaders to take responsibility for the conduct of their followers, calling on them to publicly denounce the violence. Now, the Ghana Journalists Association (GJA) has called on President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to take swift and decisive action to restore law and order following the outcome of the 2024 general elections. The GJA expressed concerns over a report of widespread attack on state institutions allegedly perpetrated by individuals believed to be supporters of the National Democratic Congress (NDC). Now, these incidents include vandalism and disturbances at key government offices and installations. Albert Kwabena Jumfo, president of the Ghana Journalists Association, speaking to the media on Tuesday, December 10, urged President Akufo-Addo to act promptly and safeguard national stability. Well, meanwhile, Albert Kwabena Jumfo, the president of the GJA, has also applauded the Ghana Police Service for safeguarding journalists during the election.
Of the EC yesterday to discuss the matter, unupdated with cause from our rank and file over a decision by the Electoral Commission to restrict access to the media for the coverage of the elections, particularly at the various levels of the coalition centers, constituency, regional and national. When this information came to our attention, we quickly reached out to the EC to protest against the decision. The EC subsequently issued a press statement indicating that it would engage the GJA and GIBA to further discuss the matter. The president of the GJA and GIBA had an engagement with the chairperson of the EC yesterday to discuss the matter. In that engagement, we clearly stated our position. The EC must give unfettered access to the media at all the levels of voting and collation of ballots. We believe restricting access to the media will not...
Well, we apologize for the sound there. We'll get you that in subsequent bulletin. But away from that, on December 10, 2024, soldiers and police officers were deployed to the headquarters of the Ghana National Gas Company in Accra following a tense standoff with some angry youth. The deployment comes in response to reports that supporters attempted to storm the premises, resulting in clashes with security personnel. There's more in this report. When the news team arrived, this was the atmosphere of the incident at the Ghana National Gas Company. Tuesday, December 10, 2024, around 12:14 a.m., a group of furious youth gathered at the Ghana head office located in the airport residential area of Accra. They attempted to breach the facility's main gate, raising concerns about escalating tensions in the aftermath of Ghana's 2024 general elections. Eyewitnesses reported that the crowd tried to force their way into the office, prompting security forces to fire warning shots to disperse them. The incident, which saw properties being vandalized, was managed by the interference of the Ghana Police Service and military. Despite calls for moderation from Sami Jenfi, the National Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress (NDC), who urged supporters to celebrate their electoral victory peacefully, the incident escalated and tensions were high. Authorities have yet to issue an official statement regarding the situation, and the motive behind the attempted intrusion remains unclear. Eyewitnesses present at the scene declined to speak with the media. Meanwhile, President-elect John Dramani Mahama took to Facebook to condemn the violence, urging supporters to cease such actions immediately and to refrain from directing their frustration at enterprises. The situation is being closely monitored as security personnel work to stabilize the scene. When the news team arrived, this was the atmosphere of the incident at the Ghana National Gas Company. Tuesday, December 10, 2024, around 12:14 a.m., a group of furious youth gathered at the Ghana head office located in the airport residential area of Accra. They attempted to breach the facility's main gate, raising concerns about escalating tensions in the aftermath of Ghana's 2024 general elections. Eyewitnesses reported that the crowd tried to force their way into the office, prompting security forces to fire warning shots to disperse them. The incident, which saw properties being vandalized, was managed by the interference of the Ghana Police Service and military. Despite calls for moderation from Sami Jenfi, the National Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress (NDC), who urged supporters to celebrate their electoral victory peacefully, the incident escalated and tensions were high. Authorities have yet to issue an official statement regarding the situation, and the motive behind the attempted intrusion remains unclear. Eyewitnesses present at the scene declined to speak with the media. Meanwhile, President-elect John Dramani Mahama took to Facebook to condemn the violence, urging supporters to cease such actions immediately and to refrain from directing their frustration at enterprises. The situation is being closely monitored as security personnel work to stabilize the scene. From directing their frustration at enterprises. The situation is being closely monitored. Away from that, a closely contested race, Eddie Bright of the National Democratic Congress (NDC) has been declared the winner of the Tema Central parliamentary elections. Bright secured a total of 18,539 votes, narrowly defeating her opponent Charles Forson of the New Patriotic Party (NPP), who garnered 18,421 votes. The razor-thin margin underscored the intensity of the contest. This victory represents a critical achievement for Bright and the NDC as they managed to unseat the NPP in the key constituency. Bright's win is seen as part of a broader momentum that propelled the NDC to success in the 2024 election. Well, the Ghana Police Service has issued a press statement in relation with suspect in connection with the burning of the EC office at Ayensuano in the Eastern Region. Let's briefly get through that. It says that the Ghana Police Service has arrested 9 persons in connection with the settling blaze of the Electoral Commission office at Ayensuano in the Eastern Region. Now, this arrest brings the total number of suspects to arrested in connection with the post-election disturbances to 106, all of whom are currently undergoing due legal processes. All suspects are in custody, assisting the police investigations, and will be made to face justice. We wish to once again assure the public that the police and other security agencies are committed to the protection of our communities to maintain law and order. Well, that's all for now here on ABC Headline. I am Eric Chinibwa.